Okay, question 75 is we are just simplifying a polynomial here, and we want to try to talk about a couple of different aspects of this question and how we might see different questions. Now this one is pretty straightforward because if you'll notice right in the center, we have a parentheses on this side and an expression, and then we're adding another expression over here on the other side. And so since we're adding, we don't have to change any signs. All we have to do when we combine them is keep the sign that is in front of whatever term we're combining with another term, and we're okay. If this had been a negative, or excuse me, a subtraction, you would need to, I change it to addition and then distribute that subtraction, that negative, through to everything else. So change the sign of everything else after the subtraction. But this one is addition, so pretty straightforward. How I would tackle this to start with is I would look at my terms that have no variable. So here I have a -7, and again we're plus, and then I have a -8. So what I do is I would come over here to my calculator and I would say 7 negative plus 8 negative. Now some calculators you have to hit the negative button first, and then the number. Some you hit the number and then the negative button. You'll just have to be familiar with your calculator. So -15 when I combine those two terms. So I'm going to rule out any answer choice now that does not have -15 as the last term. So D is now ruled out. All right, now I will look and find the coefficient, or excuse me, find the variable that has the largest power. And right now, the only one I see is -2x to the third. And I do not see another variable, or excuse me, another part that is raised x to the third. So therefore, -2x to the third should be my first term. I'm going to rule out any now that does not have -2x to the third, and that would rule out A, which is -7x to the third. So now I'm down to B and C. So I'm going to look at the next part then and see what the difference is between these two. So C has an x squared and B does not. So I'm going to look at my x squareds here and see I have a -5x squared, and remember we're still adding, and that is added to a +6x squared. So I come over here on my calculator. I can do it that way if I want to. I can do 5 negative plus the 6 positive leaves me with a 1. So I'm going to have 1x squared. So I should have an x squared in my answer. And when I look over here, C is the only choice that has an x squared also. That is simplifying a polynomial. Just take it step by step. Remember to check your sign in the middle, make sure it's addition. If it had been subtraction, change that to addition, and then change all the signs that come after that.